Hey there everybody, welcome back. How y'all doing today? How's it going there, Tony Truck, Mr. Vortex, and anybody else out there lurking away? So, yep, as you can see we're back in FS19 PV County. Once again, I'm actually over on field 31 doing a harvest for some wheat. I thought while I was at it I'm gonna change out the combine, something with a little bit more capacity, a little bit more power, should we say. Goes a little bit faster than the average harvester. Also got the snuffle struck out, and obviously a baling at the same time to save a little bit of time. So the only thing I need to do is go back through, grab the bales later on. There's a couple of little bits at the far end there where it's a little bit tight for turning. I do have to go back with the tractor and the baler. But yeah, it's all good. We're just plodding on as usual. But yes, isn't it fun? So yeah, I ended up, actually I still haven't sold the other field, I haven't actually finished it yet. I've still got a little bit of straw to pick up, but we'll pop back there in a bit. I really want to get some wheat harvested so I can get that into the flour factory, obviously, get that up and running, and then we'll see what other fields we can grab. Obviously the aim is, once I've got the other field baled up, what I want to do, I actually might just grab the lawn wagon actually and just run up and down there a couple of times. Yeah, what I want to do is look in to see what other fields are available to buy that I can grab the crop off of and put into the flour factory. So if we come into here, so gold, metal, flour. We'll go into there. So this needs wheat, oat, and rye. Now, for those who may not have done FS19 before, you'll probably see on this one, there's two different lines here. For both, obviously, you've got wheat flour, oat flour, rye. So these extended ones are basically once you start adding in sacks from the textile factory, you can start creating container forms of this. Obviously this is going to be palletized, so this is like the 1,000 litre whatever it is. These are going to be 25,000 litres, so if you want to be able to transport those bigger containers, it's definitely well worth getting into Aurora Textiles, get that built and start producing some sacks. But right now I'm mainly focused on wheat, oat and rye. Obviously this field I'm doing right now is oat, and then we'll have a look to see if there's any oat and rye fields that are ready to harvest, and we'll see if we can grab them and make a start on getting them harvested as well. I do have one other field of wheat that I did grab the other day, I think. Can't remember. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, see, I need to sort out these pickups. They're just not quite wide enough to get the whole thing. When turning around, oh well, it is what it is. But yes, great fun, isn't it? Is the flour factory in the south? Yes, the flour factory is right down here. So go across this bridge. Obviously, you've got Southern Electric Company right there. Right next to that is the flour factory right there. And what's really helpful is you do have Heartland Bread practically across the road from it. Obviously Heartland Bread is a buildable, so bear that one in mind. So if you're going to buy this one, you also make sure that you want to get it built first. But yeah, I'm going to start off with at least getting some flour being produced, and then see where we go from there. But yes, it's great fun. So yeah, I'm just sort of plodding along as I would. I was kind of umming and ahhing whether I wanted to do this map today, or this save game today, or go over to my original save game where I've got everything built. But to be honest, a lot of it at the minute is just planting crops, so it's kind of a bit boring. So, but yeah, I thought, oh, why not? I'll just carry on with this. Why not? But yeah. So yes, that is where the flour factory is. But yeah, so yeah, I'm just kind of trying to get an idea of where I want to go over the next week, because to be honest, I don't know how often I'm going to be coming back to this save game, but obviously the main reason for these streams for the next couple of weeks is to get some answers and questions going and hopefully help a few people out. As yet, it's been. I think we've covered most of the things that have been asked about in Facebook anyway regarding the map. But yeah, obviously, if there is anything, remember you can always come into a stream. Whether it's my own, I know T Miller. He's actually started streaming this map as well. He may be going over to Uncharted at some point. But yeah, it's definitely worth asking those questions if you ever do get stuck. There's a tiny little bit of straw right there, which I'm going to grab very quickly. Hey there, Gamer Paul. How you doing, buddy? Oh, I can't get it because I don't own the land. Oh well. Worth a try. But yeah, see, here we go. But yeah, just so you are aware, these silos, you can use them as well for storing. So if you've got any mining materials that you want to store for a little while and you haven't quite got enough to buy a silo or something for it, shove it into one of them and they'll be great. Hey there, Don B here. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, so yeah, actually, the nice thing is actually going back to these maps is obviously where I don't want to progress too far along in the playthrough. So I kind of want to keep it mainly for when I'm streaming. I'll actually get carrying on a lot with 7 Days to Die when I'm not streaming. So yeah, I've just gone through my 6th. Yeah, I think it's my 6th Horde Night now. Obviously, it's the first one in my new base that I've created, Horde base. Well, it's actually a Horde base slash main base type thing combined into one. So yeah. Yes, that is something I was going to get into doing. Actually, I did a little bit last stream. We did clear out which it was the tunnel by the coal mine up here. So this one right here, we did get the rest of them cleared. I do need to actually go back in and pick up the stones and the rock and rubble and all that. But yeah, that tunnel is my first one on this save game to finally get fully completed. So yes. But actually, one of the things I wanted to show was obviously these buildings as well. Obviously, I've kind of showed. I can't remember if I showed it actually on the stream or not. Actually being done. But what I might do is look at maybe over in this direction here. Because obviously this bridge here isn't built yet. But yeah, I can access the ones up by Duke Electrics and stuff. I might be able to go over there and see if we can demolish, shall we say, a building over there. It's kind of fun. Because yeah, the nice thing is once you clear those buildings, you can then go in and, like I said the other day, repurpose that land for another factory if you really want to. But the nice thing is what it gives you in return as well, because you can use that then in other builds, which is kind of nice. And Tony Truck, thank you very much for the 7 stream streak. Much appreciated, by the way. Much appreciated. I need a sugar beet cut storage. I tried to hatch for green thumb farmers single root crop storage, but you got warnings. To be honest, the easiest way to do that is just add in sugar beet cuts. Make sure that it's spelt correctly. That is the key, Gamer Paul. If it's not spelt correctly, it'll probably throw that warning. So the best thing to do, here you go, let me just stop this here a sec. Let me go to desktop. How you doing there, Joseph, over on YouTube? Welcome in. So, what I would always recommend, if you're ever unsure of a product name, is to actually go into the base game. So I've also got a link here. So on my C drive, if I come here, for example, Program 86, obviously go to Farming Simulator 25, go to Data, go to Maps, and look for the maps fill types XML, which is right here. Hey, Farmer Marks, how you doing, buddy? Is that the right one? That's not the right one. Oops, my bad. Oh, it might be actually. No, because that usually has. That one I want fill types, not fruit types. Duh. Yeah. So it's the maps underscore fill types XML. That's the one you want, not the fruit types. Right. If you actually do a search, so Control F and find sugar beet, for example. Oops. Helps if I spell it right. Is it that way? Sugar beet. There we go. Helps when you spell it right. If you actually click through, so obviously right there you've got sugar beet cut. If you actually copy that name and put that into the storage, exactly like that, it should then work. Yeah, obviously it needs to go into like the sell point and probably the loading trigger, I'd imagine, was part of that mod. So yeah, the only thing is obviously the visuals may not show up correctly. Obviously that is easily linked into the base game if needed, but yeah, as long as you got the right name right there, you should be good to go. Yeah, you missed the underscore. That's probably what it is. But yeah, make sure it's SUGARBEET underscore CUT. So if I actually copy that, I'll put that in chat for you, Gamer Paul. So you just literally copy, double click on that, copy it, and use that. But yes. But yeah, if you're ever unsure about a product name, just come into that field type and you can actually just scroll through and you can see like the name right there, for example, you can always use. Even if it's, say, for a palette, for example, you're not quite sure on the proper name for a palette, if you've got a rough idea of what it should be, you can actually scroll on through. Let's see if we can find something. So, for example, goat milk, right there. Simple. Buffalo milk, right there. Now obviously in here, for example, here's more your palletized stuff. So your strawberries are right there. Spring onion, obviously that has an that underscore, whatever we'll call it, between the spring and the onion. So some are full words, some are separated with that little underscore bit. So yeah, just come into here and you can't really go wrong, I tell you. But there you go, cool. Right, let's get back into gameplay and get the rest of this sorted. But yes, I need to sort out the pickup on this baler. That is terrible. That is terrible. Oh, normally I'll widen them a little bit. Obviously, I've got the. What's crazy is when 22 came out, I was kind of up and iron on how to do the different bale capacities. I've already done it in 19. That's what's crazy. Oh, it's like, for example, this baler I've got right here. If I actually go into my little shop category right here and go find it a sec. Da, 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 where are you? Right there. So this is it right here. This is just an edit of the base game one, but look at the capacity size it can go up to. Holy crap! Yeah. So at some point I've actually figured out how to do all the different build capacities and stuff, sizes. But I yeah kind of lost it when 22 came out. I couldn't remember how to do it all. Maybe it was doing all the conversions of the factories and stuff to 22 was kind of doing my head in. But it is what it is. Oh, this is going to be a fun part. But yes, here we go. Let's take this out just a fraction, because otherwise I'm going to hit something there. But yeah, how you doing there, Mr. Joseph, over on YouTube, by the way? Hopefully you've had a great day. And while I remember, for those guys over in the United States of America, happy Independence Day to you guys. I know it's the 4th of July for you guys and you'll be celebrating your independence today, so yes, enjoy it is all I can say. Yeah, what was the other field? There was 31 and was it 74? That was the other one that I seen. So yeah, we'll get this field done. We'll go over probably this bridge here, and we'll head over to that field and get that harvested as well in just a sec. You're good, thanks. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, no, yeah, good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. So yeah, obviously I've got my bait. I'm not sure what I want to do with my bales. I might just sell those ones. I see the other option as well. I could always do is get a loading wagon or a forage wagon and shove it on the back of here. That'll work perfectly as well. But yeah, I still feel like doing the bales at the minute. But yeah, what I might just do is sell that lot off. The BGA is right behind me. I might be able to sell it there, or run it down to the animal dealer and get rid of them there. Yes, don't really need these straw bales. They're terrible, I tell you. Yes. But yeah, are you running precision farming? To be honest, I have not. I don't think so because I have nothing showing up here. I have nothing in my save. I'm guessing not right now. But yeah, the map can have precision farming. Yeah, I guess not. I must have removed it actually. I should really add it back in, shouldn't I? It's like seasons. I actually ran my other save game for the first in-game year with seasons, but the problem was at the time is a lot of the mods were really making me struggle on my laptop, so I took a lot of this stuff out. So that was probably one of them as well, and I never really got around to adding them back in. Okay, let me stop you there. Turn that off. We'll get this unloaded. Then we'll grab that tractor. We'll go pick up the rest of those. A little bit of straw there. Hey, Green Thumb Farmer, how you doing, buddy? By the way. And while I think about it, we got a shout out there for Mr. Farmer Marks, Mr. Green Thumb Farmer. If you're not following those guys, make sure to click on the link, give them a follow. And I'm going to be really naughty, and I'm going to give Mr. Don't Be Here a shout out as well, because I do know that he did stream at least once, or maybe twice, I can't remember. Right, there we go. I need to get a truck over here to get this unloaded, but we'll get to that in just a mo. Where's my little tractor? Right there. But yeah, I'm kind of aiming for more of a New Holland, I think. Sort of farm area on this one. You pulled seasons off, yeah. It was fine. To be honest, I didn't mind it. The only problem is obviously when the big seasonal change happened. Obviously, when I was running the game off of my laptop, when I was originally playing through, it really struggled. It really, really did. So I just ended up removing the seasons mod, and I'm guessing I must have done the same with precision farming. But I should really add that in because it's quite early still. But it might be a bit more of a struggle, I'm not quite sure. But here we go, let's see. But to be honest, I don't know how long I'm actually going to be playing the map in all honesty, so that's another thing as well. Obviously, if I was to carry on with FS19, then yeah, maybe I'll keep it. But I don't know, we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I've got too much stuff still to do in 25, that's a problem. There we go. But who the heck knows after these little playthroughs? There we go, that'll do. That will do. Right, so I need to go grab my truck and trailer to unload the combine. I need to get that lot on the trailer. It's probably sold actually. It's probably going to be the easiest option. And if you wouldn't mind trying to keep it PG, please, because I do have children popping in as well. Yes, there we go. Oh, while I think about it, drop. Oh, that's interesting. My exclamation mark drop can turn my vehicles on and off. But I'm gonna get in on the action too. Right then, let's have a look. Actually, let's grab this dude while we're at it. Here we go. So we've got a few round bales there. Might as well just sell them off. There's one there that is I think it's a grass bale still. I don't think it's actually fermented yet. Actually, let's have a little look. Come here, you. Oh no, it's the silage. Okay, so we might be able to sell that straight at the BGA as we're here. Let's get rid of that. Actually, ooh, I just had a thought. Composter. What is a composter? I've not got one down. Compost storage, composter right there. You are full. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to sell it. I don't know if this will take straw. Definitely probably that silage bale, so we'll just do the one bale. Make a little bit of money at least. Take the straps off. Can I pick you up? No, I can't because I don't have super strength enabled. So we come into here, super strength on. There we go. There we are. We'll get some of that money later on. But yeah, these silos are great. If you got follow me and a couple of tractors, set them to follow each other and just go round and round and round and round in circles. It's a great way of compacting one of those silos. Done that a fair few times. Takes maybe half hour with maybe 3 or 4 different little tractors. Wide wheels. Oh yes, I'll definitely get it sorted out. And you're very welcome. You're on your lunch break, you Green Thumb? Okie dokie, cool. Well, hello to you too, sir. But yeah, if you guys are not following Green Thumb, make sure to scroll back up and give him a follow. I'm sure he will be streaming over the weekend. Not sure what version or what map at the minute. I think he's getting a bit of pressure of coming to this map and checking it out and stuff. But yes, we'll see. I'd imagine it'll be probably Rivers in all honesty, but yeah. Long ago, I may start again once I return next year. Nice! Yeah, so definitely click on Don B. Here's the link right there, guys. Give him a follow because you never know, he might surprise you. Actually, what I should do is put down some bale storages. Thinking about it at some point. Yes. Also, we've got those some bale storages off the in-game mod hub, which are quite nice. You don't have 19? Ah, that's a shame. That is such a shame, Green Thumb. You should get it. Give it a try. See, I'm now envisioning this map in 25 flooded with tons and tons of trees and stuff. I'm kind of curious just what it would look like in 25 with obviously the way the roads can be set up now, stuff like that, all the nice new trees. I think it's gonna. I think it'd look quite nice actually. See, I would have like a whole row of spruces going down either side of the roads, stuff like that. And it is still $24. Really, blimey. That is crazy. It really is. Now, is this going to allow me to sell here? I'm pretty sure it does. Oh, do I have to drop it onto the ground if I remember rightly? Duh. 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 I thought you could sell it at the animal dealer. Or am I at the wrong spot? Oh, hang on. Does this have... Yes, that's what it is. I remember now. If I remember correctly, it has to go over there. Why? Yes, right there. Duh. Helps if you go to the right trigger. Anyway, right then, so with that being sold, that's not bad. A little bit of money. That's fine and dabby dozy. I was going to say dabby dozy. Does this man have a compost maker? Yes, it does. Yes, it's part of the pack. Coming to placeables. I believe it is under the miscellaneous. Yeah, right there. And you got the composter right there. Except obviously all the usual fun stuff. And obviously outputs compost. Yes. It does, it does, it does. I've actually got one on the map already down here. And I've also got some greenhouses and orchards down there as well. At some point I do need to get into there and get them sorted out. But let's go grab my truck, which is probably still at the top of that other field. But yeah, it's kind of weird, the grass. I don't know if I've recently gone through and mowed some of it, but some of the grass is a little bit patchy in places. It's weird. It's very weird, is all I can say. Right, you are fine there. That red baler could actually be sold, to be honest. That's that little round one that I was using the other day. Yeah, I don't like it. There we go. But yeah, I've literally got those 3 little lines there just to finish off later on. Once that is picked up, what I'll probably end up doing is just selling that field and looking at other areas to field flip, shall we say. So yeah. Oh, actually talking about money. Obviously, yeah. Okay, $24 isn't much, to be honest. $25 for 22, yeah. But yeah, I was thinking the last couple of months, for me personally, has been so freaking expensive. It's terrible. I had obviously car MOT. What was it, 2 months ago? Got that done. Cost a little bit extra for parts and stuff like that, but that's fine. That had to be done. Yesterday, my car went in for a service. Not very happy. They originally quoted me about £160 for the service. Went down there yesterday to pick up the car. £288 for the whole thing. It was the labour, the support, all the parts and everything. I was not very happy, let's put it that way. So, but I paid it anyway. And then obviously on top of that, obviously, for those who may know, is obviously beginning of May, or no, the end of May, I should say. Went up to obviously my dad's. That cost a good 150 to do that. Obviously, last weekend went down to see my wife's boys. That was another 50, 60, 70 quid going down there and back. It's, oh, jeez. It gets expensive having kids, is all I can say. But yeah, I could do with a month maybe that doesn't have any expenditures going out. And the worst thing is, we're hoping to have gotten my daughter some rats as well today. So we went actually down to the shop. Obviously, spoke to the guys a few days ago, saying what sort of one they would recommend cage-wise. So we actually went back, got the cage, bought it. They didn't have the rats at the time, but one of the other shops had some rats. So we went to the other one, And basically the guy in there says that the cage that the other shop has recommended isn't suitable for the rats. You have to buy this one that's like over £100. It's like, oh, you friggin' bleh. So yeah, it's kind of a nightmare. So we've just forked out for a cage, some other bits and pieces for rats, and the cage is seemingly not suitable at all for holding a rat. It's more for mice and gerbils and stuff like that. It's like, oh, great. That's all I need. So yeah, it's definitely been a testing day, should we say? Oh, what you posted now, Green? Root crop silo XML unloading station does not have a bale unload trigger for. Oh, yes. Obviously, where sugar beet cuts can be baled with one of the balers anyway. It has to have a bale trigger as well. Yeah, forgot about that. So that would have to be added. Come on, open up. There we go. To be honest, if you're doing 25, T Miller does have a silo already set up for sugar beet cuts and other crops, so that's probably an option. There we go. That is fine. We'll take that down in just a sec. Where did my little dude get broke? Right there on the bridge. Just wasn't quite quick enough. Yes. The only problem, obviously, with that, it's not a problem, but it does distribute as well if you wanted it. You're ban. Oh, crabs, yeah. Let me unban you a sec. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Timeout. Unban. Sorry, Gamer Paul. You should be good to talk now. There you go. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think because obviously you did that link. It's thinking that it's a link rather than a message. It's a pain. But yeah, you obviously with that you'd need to add in a bill unload trigger to the selling station, and obviously add that into the XML as well for the sugar beet cuts. But yeah, I don't think actually Green Thumb has anything for sugar beet cuts. I might be wrong, but I don't remember ever seeing or hearing anything for them. Right then. Now I'm sure there was a way of going back in these things. Oops. Oh, red bells. I want bells, bells, bells. Preferably normal ones. There we go. The other. Oh. Hang on. Before I say what I was about to say, I think there's another silo. You want one that distributes or not non-distributable? Gamer Paul. Because there is another one I can think of that doesn't distribute. None. Okay, hang on a sec. Let me just double check it. Yes. Okay. I thought it was watch. I wanted to double check before getting there. So over on X-Man's Trello, I'll actually give you this one. There's the root crop storage right there. Copy that to there. Obviously, it's the same one that we've had 1922 from X-Man. Obviously, this will take potatoes, sugar beets, sugar beet cuts, sugar cane, carrots, beetroot, parsnips, spinach, green beans, peas, with a capacity of 500,000 litres. There we go. And obviously he has gone through and obviously fixed the green beans, so they should now show perfectly. There's that one. There is a bulk one. I'm not quite sure what we've got in here. Bulk storage for wood chips, stone, lime, and fertilizer. Okay. But yes, I knew there was another one somewhere around. I'm not quite sure why that's on there. Made it for you to use as a bale only with UAL. Okay, I would have preferred bale or pallet to be honest. That's the sort of trailer I'd usually use as a starter trailer for transporting fertilizer and stuff. But yes, there we go. I knew there was another one somewhere. But obviously, if you wanted the non-distribution, then yeah, just gotta ask. Right then, so let's go get this lot picked up quickly. Da 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 da. But yeah, actually, this is one thing I kind of like actually about the FS19 auto loading. You can actually, I know it's a pig to set up from what I've seen, but once it was set up, you had different categories, as it were, or sections to pick things up. It's kind of cool, and they were all had their own distance, and there was very little issues apart from obviously when you saved. There we go. But I don't know what would be what's better, UAL, or what we have now, or back in 19. I don't know. I suppose 19 is easier. Yeah, well, 22 is quite cool as well, actually. Hmm. It's one of those things. It's like, oh, yes, this is it was good that way. It's good this way. It's good that way. Each, I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of nice. It is just being able to select a particular size, I suppose, and then it actually loading correctly without any issues. There we go. Right then, so as my bridge isn't built yet, we're going to go up this way. And I wonder if this doodle bash behave. I don't think so. The last time I used auto drive, it decided to go the wrong way and ended up in the river. 19 was a pain when pressing escape to get to the menu. Yeah, that's why a lot of people turn the autosave off. However, if you added a mod in that caused an issue, it's like a no-win situation type thing. Yes, you could potentially lose a lot of hours. That is for definite, and I think I've done it myself. In all honesty, quite a few times where I've been using maybe auto drive to go over a bridge with some products. Got into the menu, obviously it's saved, which deactivates the auto load, and ended up having to go miles and miles and miles back the way I came just to find the pallets they'd lost. Oh. But obviously 22 we had obviously the containers and stuff from Hispano modding, and obviously the 82 Studios attachments and stuff. So that was kind of a cool idea. Heck, I can never remember which way is it. Which way is it? Which way is it? Pretty sure it's straight under to the left here. But yeah, obviously another thing as well, the great demands are very easy to spot. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's another thing as well. So one of the other questions that's been asked a lot is Gleaner. So in the steel factory back in 19, obviously there's products that need Gleaner to create. It's like this. I can't remember what it's called. Let me come into here a sec. I'll actually show you. It'd be easier. Steel, 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 crystal, steel, crystal, steel. Where the heck is the steel factory? It's under sea. CR. Oh, goodness gracious me. Where the heck's the steel factory? I know I've got one done, built, and being produced. Hang on a second. It's K, not C. There we go. Yeah, so things like the parts and plates, these need like Lena, I think it is, isn't it? Oh, that's or not that one. That one I should say lead and silver products. There you go, Glina. So hey, I'll get there in a minute. I'm sorry. It's been a while, and it's been quite warm as well today. But yeah, if you need Glina for the Crystal Steel Factory, in the area above the desert, which is this bit right here. Obviously, you got was it Heinz over here and that? To give you an idea, these big black rocks are your galena nodes. So if I come into here, for example, and scroll across, so this whole area right here is covered in galena rocks. In addition, above the swamp here, along this ridge here, there's additional ones there, but it's a very infinite amount of products you can get out of here, so use it very sparingly. First, you're going to need to own the land. Hey, T Miller, how you doing, buddy? Once you've owned the land, you're going to need some explosives. Find the trigger, put the explosives in, give it a moment, and these rocks will explode, leaving a load of galena rocks, as well as a little bit of rubble, I think it is, that comes out as well. But yeah, there's a whole load of these within this forestry area down here, and like I said, up above the swamp. Is it swamp, I suppose? Bogs, whatever this part is. But literally along that ridge up there has it as well. But yeah, how you doing there, T Miller? Right then. So let's get in here and we'll give you a shout out. Obviously, Mr. Miller has been playing the same map as I am today. So make sure to click on his link, give him a follow, check out what he's been doing over there. I decided to just carry on with my second save game today rather than going on to the main one. Righty. There we go. At some point I did, oh actually I did get the electric company, didn't I? So that is sorted. There we go. Hopefully you'll stay there. This little dude is going to be following the combine. Actually, I need to set that a little bit further because I'm going to have the header behind me as well. Right. X. Where are we? G. Fold the header. Do that. Put the pipe away. Fold that down. There we go. And these guys can follow me in just a sec. Let me turn that off. Depends on if you've got seasons going. If you don't have seasons, you can plant at any time. With the seasons enabled, there is a seasons menu that you can actually go into. Oh, come on. I can't think of the keybinds right now because I don't have seasons enabled, but it's something like Control S, for example, or something like that, and it will actually bring up a menu for you planting. Maybe have a look at your key bindings and it should say there to bring up this season's menu. There we Yeah, to be honest, back in 19, I really didn't use seasons that much. It was only like literally the first in-game year. It just caused too many issues on my laptop at the time. Come on, dudes, come on. Also, make sure if you are running the seasons on the map that you've got the map's geo also enabled. Hey KW, how you doing, buddy? Here we go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. Yes, it's definitely. Well, to be honest, FS19 it was its what first iteration of the mod, so it's understandable that it wasn't as good as it is now. And the worst thing is I've got a deliver. Oh, one sec, guys. I've got a delivery, but they didn't bother knocking. Be right back, sec. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Righty. Pause. Yeah. I ordered a book about rats for my daughter to read, and yeah, it was being delivered today. It's literally just been delivered, but they didn't bother to knock on the door or anything. They just dumped it and buggered off. They did. Indeed. And yes, unfortunately, this is a PG stream, so bye. You were warned previously. I didn't know. Besides, I kind of like Anastasia. But anyway, let's get this field done and dusted. Yes, it was the first generation of a lot of mods, to be honest, that came out. There we go. Right, let's grab these guys. Stop, you. Yeah, that's another thing as well. They do like crashing into each other. Yeah, I've noticed with auto drive. It's terrible. Max is blocked by an object. Well, Max shouldn't be right up my combine's booty. I don't know. There we go. You're fine there for now. But yeah, I do like that trailer. I really like that trailer. It'd be nice if it was brought over to 25. It is what it is. Let's see, we'll tick you off. But even back then I was using this Snuffles truck like a room. Yeah, now obviously I don't think this was actually ever released officially on the in-game mod hub. That's the only thing. I think it was either a third-party website or off of their Facebook group. I can't quite remember where I got it from. That's the only problem. Right, you gonna stay there fine? I hope. Hopefully. Go. I'm also using my keyboard rather than the steering wheel today. So I do apologise about some of my drivings, but to be honest, it's actually easier with GPS, enhanced vehicle. What do you call it? I can't think of what the heck it was called. What did I used to use? What was it I used to use? The GPS guidance steering or whatever it was back then. Yes. Oh, that's the point. Let's grab you while we're at it. Oh man, you're too high. Come down a bit. Come down a bit. Oh, I got an idea. Will it? Will it? No, it won't. Dang it. I need super strength. Is on. Okay. Seriously? Seriously? Was super strength that crap back then? Really? That it only hook onto wheels. I want you to go under. No. Dang it. Okay, fine. How come it doesn't connect onto vehicles? Yeah, headers there. It's fine. That is weird. Or is it wheel? Is that what it is? The wheel? Ah, yeah. Okay, let's do it the other way. I've gone through 3 months of crops. And I planted are not growing. Yeah, also check that they didn't fail the germination cycle. Because that could be it as well. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's part of the seasons menu as well. Do I need to add it in to figure it out? Here we go. Should we try and help Mr. T Miller out a sec? So I don't. I've seasons. Seasons. Is there anything in here for seasons menu? Open. Maybe Alt S or something. I can't remember. FSL SH Auto Drive. Follow me. Global company. Guidance steering. Guidance steering? Da, 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 Show seasons menu. Left Alt S. Try that. Yeah, I haven't got it enabled at the minute, but we could always do a quick save and reload it before we make start. And check that out, because yeah. Actually, I'm kind of curious now how this save game would run with my PC with seasons. I've never really tried it. Now the problem is, do I want to start it now? That's the problem. What month does seasons usually start? Is it August, September? It's just reloading, just so you guys are aware. Shouldn't be black for much longer. Good question. Don't know. Also, another thing is make sure that your crops are set to growing as well in the menu. I think you could actually disable them back then, couldn't you? But what we'll do is where's that save game we had the other day? That's the 2 normal ones. That one. Oh, and let's make sure that seasons is active, and we'll go in and have a little look. Seasons and the seasons geo. Obviously, if you are going to run them, in addition, you could always activate the seasons plow. So you got this thing right here, which is quite nice. Plus the water factory. With this water factory, you'll be able to take snow, turn it into water that can then be used in productions and your animals and such. But let's have a little look. See if we can figure something out for Mr. T Miller. But yeah, this was a brand new save game just the other day, so nothing's been done on it. So hopefully, it'll give me an idea of where we're starting. I'm pretty sure it's August. Is it August, September sort of time? Usually it all kicks in. But yeah, this weekend, while this is loading up, just so you guys are aware, we do have FarmCon going on this weekend, which Giants will be at, hopefully showing off and streaming some of the new FS25 map coming in November. So hopefully, if they do some streams, we'll actually get to see some actual in-game footage of the map and some more details about what's actually coming vehicle-wise and such. How does the fishing fully work? Obviously, they've shown off. They've got like big greenhouses, as it were, for growing the baby fishies. Then they get transported on a boat out to somewhere. They said, I'm sure they said something like netted area. Ugh. Oh yeah, you can reset it. Do I want to? Yes, I'm going to reset it. There we go. You can reset or carry on with where you are. Anyway, yeah. So there's that. Obviously, you took the fish at the right age to obviously the was it the cargo ship, which then went out to some fish nets, fish farms, whatever it is. That hasn't been shown yet. The actual area on the map and how they've set that up, and also how do you get the fish back out? Does that come just spawn out as a pallet again, which gets taken to a sell point, stuff like that? So I don't know. Let's see. I was lucky. My save game loaded when I reinstalled FS19. Saved sometime. Yeah. Right then. Obviously. So yeah. Here we go. So obviously, if you activate seasons. So okay, we're in early spring. So if you're going to add it, I'd probably look into either do it as a fresh start or maybe carry on with the how your crops were. But so that said, Alt S. So left Alt and S will bring up your seasons menu. So here is your planting and harvesting season. So all the green bars here are your planting season for each of the different crops. The yellow is going to be for your harvesting. So there you go, it's right there. Now, if we click on through, obviously you've got a whole calendar ahead of you for temperatures and what the weather is going to be like. So right now it's looking like over the next couple of days it's going to be a little bit wet. But drying up at least, and then becoming rather wet again. So lovely. Oh yeah, this one as well. So frost resistant. Now, depending on the crop, depending on where it is, may or may not last throughout the winter period. Bear that in mind. So if you're planting, say, in September, October, November time, make sure your crops are going to be at least at a decent spot where they're not going to be an issue with frost. In addition, with seasons, there's also the chance of seed not germinating on your field. So that's another thing as well. We do have animals in here. What else we got in here? Something's gone funky. Something's not working. Hello. Ooh, look at all that. What the heck? What happened to the field? It was literally there, then it's gone. Oh my goodness, somebody's stolen the crop off of the field. Come back. Anyway, should we try that again? Let's come back into here. So, I'm trying to think if there was... Yes, whenever I try to get into that menu there, it doesn't seem to like it. Indeed, sim game Matt. That's my thoughts as well. It's not liking that menu, that's for sure. Oh, there we go. It's finally come up. Okay, so that's yeah, the economy cycle of the different crops. Okay. Crop rotation planner. So if you want to set up a rotation, there you go, Mr. Miller. I know you like that sort of thing. Now let's see: temperature, seasons, crop moisture, show track, crop damage scale. We didn't get. Yeah, there's nothing really there about it, but let's come into here a second. Crops. I did see. I'm sure I seen got crop destruction. It might be deactivated here actually now. I was just thinking actually. I'm sure some people did say when they had the seasons mod active and they're running through months too quickly, the crops weren't getting enough time to catch up. That could also be it, T Miller. Oh look, precision farming as well. Yay! I have that active in here too. Oh my goodness gracious me. But yeah, in all honesty, regarding your season, your crops not growing, it could be that you're going through time too quickly and it's not getting a chance to catch up. Or when it was planted, it may not have been the correct month and it could have failed germination. I'm sure there was something that showed failed germination. Yeah, maybe have a look in the menu here for anything blue. Let's turn these off on the fields that you're looking at. That could be the issue. Thankfully, nothing there has failed germination. So yeah, there's that. Apart from that, I don't know. Maybe try replanting the field. But yeah, I didn't really. Oh, while I'm here, use seasons that much. But let's have a look. Okay. I'm in the 40s, 50s. Ooh, nice. Kind of curious what my frame rate would be on my other save game. I might add it and see. But yeah, have a look. Yeah, so if you do have it active, make sure you got the GO as well for the map. And then just do left alt and S should bring up the menu there to have a little look. And we're just reloading. But yes, how is Mr. Sim Game Matt doing today? There we go. Ah, should I? Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I? Dang it! I'm gonna do it. Bugger it. I'm gonna actually activate seasons. See what it's like. I'm gonna activate them too as well, 'cause it's worthwhile. That should be gone. Don't even remember putting that back in there, but yeah. Seasons, right there. Seasons Geo. Ooh, shop search. Silo for belt. What the heck's that? Oh yes. Was that still there? Getting it back now. Okay. Just can't find some of my cheaty mods I used for this map. Get it back. Ah, okay. Yes, and thank you very much for the 3 stream streak there, Mr. Matt. I just checked my FPS around Johnson's farm, and it's between 50 and 60s. Nice. Nice. Right, loading seasons, okay. I'm going to keep the growth as it is. But yes. Oh my goodness, that's probably Shawnee. Yep, there he is. How's it going there, Mr. Shawnee? Yeah, I don't know. If I'm trying to remember that far back if there was any issues. Obviously, like I said, if you're running it too quickly, it may not process the crops correctly. The other thing, potentially, it's not reached that first month for growth stage. You could turn off the save and just run it a few months and more and see if it then starts growing. Now, out of interest, now that we're talking about that, so over here, okay, my system isn't as great as Mr. Miller's, but we're still getting 30s. Now, the big thing is, the big hit on the frame rates is when crops start growing and changing. That's where it's going to really hit on this map. I'm trying to. I'm trying. Let's get over here and get this on the field done. Right, so enter you. We'll get this going. Now that we've got this guy working. But yes, I don't know. Maybe just run it through another few months. See whether or not it actually starts growing or not. And thank you for deafening me, Mr. Hectake. Much appreciated, I think. Right, let's get this going. So, and there. Auto width, done. Just like that. There we go. But yes, it is going. Yesterday was a wild day. Oh my goodness, Green Thumb Farmer! Excuse you. Now, is that excuse you or excuse me? I can't remember. But yeah, I do like a good toot, shall we say. Let's see. Yesterday was wild. We had. I'll stop talking with you guys. Cool. We had a huge storm come through. Possibly a tornado went through. Oh, blimey. Yeah. That's not good. One racetrack I go to in PA got destroyed. Oh, cripes. Well, hopefully nobody got hurt. That's all I can say. But like I said earlier, Happy Independence Day, my brothers and sisters over in America. Actually, I'm going to keep my frame rates up just for the minute, just to see how it goes. But at the minute, upper 20s into 30s, which isn't bad. So not much change right now. However, like I said, once I get into when the crops change, that's going to be the fun part. Yes, and Mr. Coffee Man is raiding with a party of one. Welcome in, Mr. Coffee Man. How was the stream? How are you getting on with PV County, sir? And let's give you a shout out. If you guys have not followed Mr. Coffee Man 101, make sure to click on that link. Give him a follow. Catch him when he does go live. Yeah, this is the reason I decided to go with keyboard and mouse days. This guidance steering is so much easier to activate and deactivate when you're using the keyboard and mouse rather than the wheel, I find. But yes. But yeah, so yeah, wheat. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, obviously the things I want to look for is wheat, oat, and rye. Obviously they can then go into the flour factory to be made. I'm going to look at Heartland bread as well, and see what that needs for building materials. I've got a fair bit already in storage, so I'm probably looking at something quite easy to get going straight away. But we'll have to wait and see once this is done. There we go. Oh, I had an ice cream earlier as well. And yeah, it didn't agree with me. Not good. I need to cut down on ice creams anyway. And Mr. Coffman, thank you very much for those 3 streams streak. I'm sure it should be more, but it is what it is. But doing good, thank you for the shout out. You're very, very welcome, bud. But yeah, how was the stream? And how are you actually getting on with PV County? Because I know it can be a bit of a mind blower, should we say. But yeah, a lot of this stuff is very similar to how it was in 22. So yeah, if you could cope with that, you should be fairly okay over here. Some of the things are a little bit more complicated, but yeah. It was good, good, glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. But yeah, out of interest, for oh, that's weird. Hello. Um, excuse me? Why are you only cutting part of my field? That's kind of weird and worrying. We'll come back to it in just a sec. It might be... Is the header too high or something for this little hill? No, the log's fine. I wonder if it's something... There we go, see? Kick back in there. I wonder if it's to do with the angle of the hill there. It's just raising the header up a little bit too much, maybe. Yeah. See, if I was to go maybe that way... Either that or... That is so weird. See, the only thing I've added was the seasons mod there. Lure memory reached. Let's worry about that. Yeah, no. Nothing in the log there. Let's try it from this side instead. That's crazy. What's going on? That is weird. Yeah, so that should technically be harvested in there fine. Let's see something. No, I own all of the land. And it can't be the combine in that because it's literally just done an entire field without an issue. indeed. Okay. I'm going to crash it. I'm going to remove the seasons. See if that's what it is. One sec, guys. That's what I was thinking. But I'm pretty sure I've harvested this field thousands of, or at least hundreds of times in the past without an issue. But let's give this a try. We'll come back into here. We'll make sure that that's not active. So S seasons. Nope, nope. Good. Give that a go. Mr. Darius Frost is raiding with a party of 33. Welcome in, Mr. Frost and everyone. How was the stream, sir? I was actually watching. I'm gonna have to now close my that one down. Yes. How is 7 Days to Die doing for you today? I know you've been trying out a few different horde-based designs while you're over there. Stream was good. Good. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I've been lurking most of the day, to be honest, watching you. uh, but yes, I know where you're getting a lot of the inspiration from, though. A certain somebody on YouTube, shall we say, Jodel, I'm guessing. I know he does a lot of testing and stuff, and with his horde-based designs. But yeah, I've been watching him as well. He's very informative. There we go. That's all I can say. But yeah, let me sort my screens out now. There we go. There we go. There we go. Go. Get ready. Really tired. So you need a nap in order. Ah, yeah. He does such a good job testing and why reinvent the wheel, so to speak. Exactly. Yeah. Actually, he's given me a few ideas regarding my horde base as well. So normally, oh, do I have a picture of it? One second, guys. I said somebody the other day a picture of my horde base. I've kind of combined my horde base and my main base into one base, basically. Here we go. Let me bring this up in a new tab to show you. Let's see if I can get that a bit closer. There we go. Let me go to desktop just quickly. So this is my horde base at the minute. So I've kind of taken one of his original designs this end, and I've always gone with this sort of design in the past. I thought, why change it really? I know there's a lot of this stuff now. You like create a tower and have them going up and down ladders and smacking the crap out of them and Molotov them, this, that, and the other. But yeah, this is what I've kind of come up with this time. But I didn't really want to go too far away for a base, so I've got a hard base on this end and doubled it up with a garage and then a main base. Right now, in the minute, I've got a lot of the wall safes here for a lot of this stuff. But once I start getting a lot of product in storage, it's going to end up being going around the wall of my garage. That's it. So the aim is to actually track up this here across this little bridge area. Now, my aim is if they pile up too much, they knock each other off. At the bottom here is a little pit with a lot of metal spikes. So yeah, but what I've been doing is just around this edge here, on both sides, and on this side here, I've taken out and I'm putting sloped pieces, so I can use Molotovs in the gun and stuff to actually shoot any zombies down here. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. I haven't tried it out yet on an actual Horde night. Something new I thought of. I kind of seen something similar in one of his videos. I thought, oh, that's an idea. So yes, got to give it a try. But I've obviously added in some the I can't think of the blade traps as well. They've been added to the outside here. But the aim is obviously eventually to have a corridor either side with dart traps, and they get triggered by tripwires. That's how I had my last base set up for Horde Night, and it worked pretty well. And then loads of gun turrets and this, that, and the other. But yeah, that's what I'm working on at the minute. It's just on the edge of the pine forest and the burnt desert, the burnt forest there. So I like it. It's not been too bad. I'll have to see how it progresses regarding the Horde Nights, and you never know, it might get better. It might get better is all I can say. It's gonna be a Frost Claws that are gonna yes, those Yeti things that they added in 2.0. I had at least one or two turn up on my last Horde night, and that's one thing for anybody just joining. I think yesterday, I can't think who it was. It might have been MacGyver IPA mentioned it in your stream, Darius. During Horde night, yes, other creatures slash zombies from other biomes will come in just for that Horde night. I had one of those Frostclaws, or whatever you want to call it, that chuck the rocks. I had one of them at least turn up the other night at my last Horde night. And obviously I'm in the pine forest, and it's miles away from the snow biome area. So yes, bear that one in mind. Ooh. And they will actually wreck your wooden spikes as well. So if you've got spikes on top of your horde base, be very careful. They're very good at throwing. Now, obviously, I know with Darius's design where it's quite high, he might be okay. I don't know how high they can chuck, but yeah, my base at the minute is going through a lot of upgrades to steel and metal stuff over there. So yeah, so I. But anyway, let's give this a try. Let's see if we can get this big combine to work again. Come on. So we're over here on 74. So we did what, field 31 perfectly fine, and all of a sudden we're now having issues going over the hill here. Right, so unfold, lower, we'll turn that on in just a sec, there we go. We'll turn you on, and what I'll do is I'll actually go over this side first of all. But yes, those Frostclaws, or whatever they're called, the big Yetis, are evil things, I will say. I've actually got to now go into the snow biome at some point and do the challenge over there. Actually, yeah. I was just thinking, crop-wise, yes, I am okay with this one. There we go, it's now kicked back in. Up, go. I hit 3 instead of E, there we go. Uh-oh, with... Oh look! At least for the minute anyway, it seems to be working fine. The only thing I could think of maybe is I hit a piece of crop that shouldn't be on there, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, this is one of the other reasons I didn't run seasons back then as well. But as yet I haven't seen any of the... Oh no, I must have done. The plague spitters. I'm sure there was one of them as well the other night as well, on my horde night. I'm sure I heard those little freaking bees. That is weird. It's working again! Hallelujah! Who needs seasons? We can get rid of it. But yeah, that was weird. Well, that's the weird thing, because obviously I did 2 rows of wheat at the bottom there, and it was perfectly fine. So how come it didn't do the entire field? Why only just that little strip? And also at the ends, if you noticed, it was taking a little bit, maybe a header's width. At the end, it was actually cutting that but not the whole row. It's weird. It is really weird. I have no idea. But yes, for those just joining with Mr. Frost, if you haven't seen this game yet, so this is Farming Simulator 19, and the map I'm actually playing is PV County by Mr. Dajnet. This was actually the very first Dajnet map that I played. It blew my head away when I first seen it, and I thought, why the heck not give it a try? At the time I was playing on a very basic laptop, and I was watching someone over on YouTube, Mouse2222, who is a member of the SGA. He was actually playing the map, and I started seeing him building storages and bridges and factories, and I thought, what the heck is going on here? This is kind of fun. So I started asking a few questions during the live streams, and yeah, eventually downloaded the map, the mod pack, the whole lot, and yeah, the rest is what you could say history. I've been stuck on a Dajnet's maps ever since. Yes. But yes, happy 4th to you all. Oh yes, and then, yeah, happy 4th of July again for you guys over in America. Happy birthday, as some people might say it. So yeah. Can you, Coffee Man, can you send me a message of the items you wanted from Mr. T. Miller? You found Dajnet during the release stream of the map. I looked at the large map. Yeah. Actually, to be honest, I had heard of Dajnet before, but I never really had a look at his maps. It wasn't until I was watching Mr. Mouse. That was when I started becoming very intrigued. What are these things? Buildables. How can you build a bridge? How can you build a factory? How can you build a storage and stuff like that? It's like, but yes. Obviously, the only reason I kind of heard of his name from another map maker who shall remain nameless. Yeah, I kind of played his maps prior coming over to the PV ones, but we had a big disagreement, and yeah. Let's put it this way: if it wasn't for Dajnet, I would not be playing Farming Simulator. He literally pulled me back. So between a combination of watching Mr. Mouse 2222 over on YouTube and Mr. Dajnet, I wouldn't be playing Farming Simulator anymore, that's for sure. If it wasn't for PV County, it literally brought me back, and yeah, I have enjoyed every minute on here. And the nice thing is as well, where I was learning, I was actually able to sit down and watch obviously Dajnet's streams back on in FS19. I was able to help out, answer a few questions in chat, and yeah, he took me on board. I think he felt sorry for me in all honesty, but yeah, he took me on board, made me a moderator of his channel to help him out. Eventually, he got me to kind of look after the PV mods website for a while, helping answering tickets and stuff like that, and then obviously Facebook, and then this, and then that, and yeah, it's just gone on from there. But yeah, it's a huge, like everyone has a story. That's one thing I will say, and it just seems like Dajnet has pulled those people into his universe and made everyone's lives so much better. Not only his life is better when he's, in my opinion, happy doing Farming Simulator or any game, but a lot of people out there in the world that he's helped, it's crazy. It really is crazy, and I'm one of them as well, in all honesty. I was playing a map from someone else that woman. Yes. Actually, there's probably a few people out there who know who we're on about, T. Miller. But yeah, there's actually. Oh, I do have a question. has anybody seen or heard from Bodine? I haven't seen him in a while. I'm actually kind of getting a little bit worried. It might just that he's been busy with real life stuff, but I have not seen him in many streams or any streams in the last few months. I honestly hope he's okay. I really, really do, because yeah, he's another one who's emigrated from somebody else's map to this one back then. I have seen Oppies, and I'm sure I've seen Pompies in, what was it, Darius's stream a few weeks, the other week, and yeah. But yeah, definitely Bodie, and it's kind of strange. I just have not seen. He's always usually there. That's the thing. And I really, really hope he's okay. I really do. I might have to see if I can find him on Facebook and message him. But yeah, happy Independence Day from Billy and all of the other Britons. Exactly. Yes, that's like a kick in the guts type thing, considering where he came from and what the independence from is all about. uh, wouldn't you like to be part of the UK again? The British Empire, you know that. Georgia Assassin is another one as well. We haven't seen him in a few months. But yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, it's another one as well. It pops in and out. Whose stream was I lurking in the other day? It might be Mr. MP7 Reapers. And Georgia Assassin did pop in then. But yes. It was either. Yeah, I'm sure it's within the last few weeks that I've definitely seen them. So yeah. About a week ago in Reapers. That's probably what it is, Game and Paul, yeah. Yeah, I lurk in a lot of Reaper streams, in all honesty. I'm usually playing something else myself, but yeah. I will maybe be watching, but have it muted or something, but yeah. The UK can be the 51st state, really. Really? No, I thought that was going to be Canada. I thought Canada was going to be the 31st state for America. Yes. You thought it was Canada as well? Yeah, exactly. Oh, the second 52nd. 52nd state? No. You guys can join the British Empire again, where you should be. With all the rest. Blesses. See, this is what I love. The community is absolutely amazing and have a good laugh. It is. There we go. Oh, crepes. Oh no, I was looking at the capacity thinking, geez, that's getting a good yield. And it's the straw I'm looking at. Duh. And just so you are aware, it is a PG stream, so yeah, just bear that in mind as well. So let me. I'm just gonna do. Where the heck is it? But Erasmus, welcome in. By the way, welcome in. PG means absolute no swearing of any kind. And how you doing, Beretta? Oh, my keyboard keeps going off. Oh. Let's do it this way instead. because I know I can delete that right there. Because obviously I do have a lot of younger children around, not only watching streams, but they also from time to time pop in here as well. So I try to keep it 100% PG, no swearing out of any kind. Okay, I get the odd one might pop out, but yes. I like it to be 100% friendly for anybody and everyone. But yeah. But yes. Ooh, that's a point. I wonder. Oh, Beretta. Are you still helping out PJ on her map? Is she still getting lost? Sure, yeah. Okay. And let me give you a shout out. There we go. Obviously, if you guys are not following Beretta underscore HD, make sure to click on that link. Give her a follow. Him her follow. Oh, give them a follow. Yeah, they're actually playing on the. I can't remember what it's called. The Nordic. Oh yeah. NF map anyway. I call it. So for a nice, not bad looking map actually. A lot of people are playing it at the minute. So yeah. NF Marsh, that's the one. Yeah. It's a foreign one anyway, but yeah, it's a not bad map. It has a bit of a Dashnet feel to it, but I don't think, to be honest, I don't know about anybody else, but the actual game, Farming Simulator 25, seems to be becoming a lot more of a Dashnet style playthrough. It's kind of crazy, and obviously with the new DLC announcement that was brought for, was it November? Obviously, it's adding in obviously the Scottish map, but it's adding in obviously fishing. Like, hang on, PV County, the map I'm currently playing, has fishing. It has onions is being added into it. PV County has that. Obviously, the game itself has buildables and buildings that can be demolished. PV County has that. It's like, is someone taken basically PV County and just added it all to FS25? It's like, I think so. There we go. Yes, it just seems too many similarities, should we say, are coming into the game where they seem to have been a Dashnet map or something. So, but yeah, you're very welcome for the shout out. You're very welcome. Obviously, the only thing is, obviously, the size is definitely not good for console, but a lot of the features are there already. Obviously, breakable rocks, for example, right there. We've got some Galena. Okay, it may not be a base game product in 25, but there's rocks there that you can break. Obviously, in here, you use dynamite in 22, 25. You got the rock breaker. It's like a no-brainer in my opinion. It's really not. Come on, unfold. Oh, there we go. But yes. Yeah. I'm actually sure that somebody at Giants has used or played a Dashnet this map in 19 and thought, oh, that's a nice idea. We'll add that into the game. We'll see if we can add that into the game. Boats, fishing. Obviously, you got onions now being added. It's like, okay. Obviously, productions. Obviously, that's been a big thing for Dashnet. Going back, I don't know what, 15, maybe FS13, FS15. Every map that he's done really has had um, factory or productions of some kind on it. So yes, it's kinda hello. Who's copying who? Why not just give Mr. Dave a bit of commission, a bit of money? Oh, oh, that's fine. I don't have that. Yeah, I don't have that bridge yet built on this save game, so I'm gonna have to go the long way around. But that lot can stay right there for now. So let's go get this dropped off, and we'll see what fields we can attack next. So these are mainly going to be for field flipping. Um, yeah, that's another as well. Yeah, thank you, Reed. Yeah, obviously the rice box as well. Obviously on here in the upper right corner, was it fields 95, 6 and 7? No, 92, 3 and 4. These ones right here. These are floodable bogs. Obviously they're pre-placed. But yeah, you can flood them. You can remove, obviously take the water out of them. But they're just prime for obviously rice and cranberries up there growing. It's, yes. But I don't know. It just seems too coincidental that over the last 4 years that Giants have added in a lot of what is basically on this map. It's crazy, I don't know. Just seems too coincidental, that's all I can say. Yes. Don't get me wrong, I played the crap out of this map till it stopped loading. Wow. Yeah. I never got it that far, Brett. But I think if I had carried on, I could probably get there. But I do know that someone in FS22 did play PV Canyon Crossing to the point that it stopped loading. Obviously it's not from bales, it's not from pallets, it's actually from placeable decorative objects. They actually had so many objects on their save game, decoration wise, that it literally refused to reload the save game. It's crazy. It's like, oh. So yes, there is a limit. Oh heck, here we go. Oh, that's a point. This is going to be my first delivery, official delivery into here. Oh, cool. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, on my original save game, not this particular one, but my original one, it's only got about 800 hours, a little bit over. But that literally has all the factories built, all the bridges built, everything running. It's got all the tunnels cleared, 95% of the mines cleared out and put into silos. So, oh yeah, I know exactly where you're coming from. That, yeah, once this map is, obviously the biggest issue is obviously it does become a little bit more like transport, like American ATS or something like that. But overall, it is one of the probably the most enjoyable maps that I've played in a long time, up until 19 and since. I'm sure a lot of people will probably say the same thing in all honesty. Yes. Oh, actually, while we're over here, I'm gonna have a little look at Heartland Bread quickly. But yeah, obviously I do have Southern Company down here owned. Obviously I was doing that the other day. I've got pretty sure I've got some power now being produced. Actually, just have a little look and see how it's going. Most of the giant stuff. Dave's had in the maps for years since FS13. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I wish I'd known Dave that far back. Then again, I don't know if I would want to. Let's see, do we have any pallets spawned out yet? Now the only one I've currently got is obviously Heartland Bread, so... Oh, we've got a pallet there for free to lay. Dang it. Now one nice thing is... Heartland Bread there. If you do get a pallet spawning, what you can do is take it off of one of the other factories that you're not currently using and put it into one that you are using, for example, like that. But obviously I want this to go into... Where's the flower? There it is. Gold... It'd be nice if there was a way of blocking them off. There we go. So we're going to stick this into here just to get the flower factory up and running. There we go. That's cool. So that should have a little bit of power for that at least. We'll keep popping back every now and again. So if I jump over to here now, we should have a little bit of power in here now, maybe? Yep, so I've got power, so I need to get some pallets, and I need to get some diesel over here as well. But then, yeah, that'll work. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. I think I've got some pallets, so sort that out later. Where the heck are we? Into vehicle. But yes, hey there, Cowboy Mikes. How you doing? Just sent you an invite on Steam. Your name is Spider Mike. Okay. But how is you doing, sir? You're another person I haven't seen in a while. But yeah, as you can see right over the bridge here, I do have the composter, a couple of greenhouses down, and so 1, 2, 3 of the orchards. It's kind of cool. And K Hassinger 19, thank you very much for that follow. Sorry if I butchered your name. But yeah, I really need to get these up and running at some point. Actually, while I'm here, I might as well do that. I can get some compost into there because I do have plenty produced, so might as well get that sorted. But yeah, ooh, what's that? Oh, okay. Oh yes, I remember. Yeah, a lot of those were removed because obviously Giants added in productions and greenhouses, and it's done a little bit different to that now. Right, let's do this. But yeah, it's pretty much exactly the same as it is now in 25 and 22. There we go. Groovy. Right, we can leave that there actually for the minute. Right, so I've got those bills still to pick up, so I'll leave that there. I've got a little bit of roll up there to get. Obviously, I do need, diesel, and I need to get pallets to get that up and running. So let's have a look over here. Where the heck are you? Right, so that's explosives. I want this end up here. And let's see, Mr. Teeman said I have 1300 on my original save game, everything built, every factory running, FPS was in the high teens, yeah. Yeah, I think, if I remember rightly, when I was running my laptop, I was in the mid-teens. I think I might be topping 18 to 19, and that was on a very, very basic laptop, but it worked, which is quite nice. Pallets is right here. See, this is something I would love to have back. This sawmill the way it's set up, stuff like with the multiple different triggers. But it's getting it to work correctly, I think, is probably the issue. Right, I want maximum. We're going to spawn them there. I've got one there. I'm sure I've got another flatbed around somewhere. There's that. I just need a truck. Truck. Okay, time to tab through because I have no idea where all my trucks are. Also, I've got that one there. That's my mining one, so I'm not using that. I've got you, I suppose I could use. I have, that's my other mining one. But yes, look at that. We actually see some daylight at the end of my first tunnel over here on this save game. I do still need to come through and get all this lot picked up at some point. There's that truck. Do I have... I'm sure I've got another truck somewhere. I guess not. Time to buy one then. Now I'm actually using the mods by 5.9. Same as Mr. T. Miller. I think this time I'm going to go with a Ford. I might actually leave the configurations as it is. See, now this is... Oh, yeah. See, I should have gone with the dump truck, shouldn't I? Almost reminds me of 82 Studios, like TLX Phoenix type thing. I don't know why. Yes, that would do. I'm not going to go too crazy with this. We'll buy that. And we might as well, yeah. We'll take that up to the sawmill. We'll grab the flatbed from there. But that's a cool little pack actually, because obviously there is you've got the trucks, you've got AR frames that you can attach onto the trucks themselves, which is kind of cool. Obviously you've got a flatbed there, there's a tipper and so on and so forth. Ooh, there's another trailer there. I wonder. Oh, it does. Sorry. It has a connector on the back as well. Ooh. Dinner kind of time. Catch you later. Alright, Brett. Catch you later, bud. There we go. Ooh. I might have seen my the person I'm gonna be raiding over to may have just gone live. There we go. Stop. Yes. There we go. Grab that. We'll grab some pallets. We'll have to come back with a tanker for some fuel. At least get at least one of those flowers up and running. Alright. This is set to medium size. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. Maximize 10. You are full. That's fine. That is fine. But yes. Yeah, because obviously, like. Yeah, because Green Thumb was saying this the other day. Obviously, on his FS25 playthrough at the minute, he's getting more into the distribution side of things, whereas I'm kind of taking a back seat and trying to go back to how it was back on County, with maybe a little bit of distribution. Oh, yeah, it's kind of crazy. It really, really is. And I noticed one thing as well. Over on this field here, I think I might have made a bit of a boo-boo when I reloaded the save game. It went into the landscaping. So obviously I'm used to using the mouse to pan around, probably like a lot of you guys. But when you come back onto FS19, you actually have to use your keys, don't you, on your keyboard to like a Q and E to rotate. Yeah, I might have accidentally put a grass patch on one of my fields. I haven't actually fixed it yet, so I need to get that sorted out at some point. Whoa, slow down. But yeah, it's fun. Does it take a little time for the electric to distribute? I couldn't wait for the answer earlier. I had to go to the bathroom. I'm pretty well, depending on where it is, the production is located within the electric factory. What you could do, if you've got, like, say you're trying to do the flower factory, like I was there. Obviously, what it'll do is it'll build up through each of the different bays first before it gets to your one. Now, obviously, what you could do is go to one of those earlier bays, grab a pallet of power or electricity, whatever it is, and move into the factory of your choice. Once it's in there, it should, in theory, go straight to that factory. So obviously, when I moved that pallet there, literally what, a couple of minutes ago, it literally went straight over to the flower factory. But yeah, because obviously it's going to cycle through, it'll create a pallet on each of those bays, then fill that up. Once that's filled up, it'll go on to the next one, and the next one, and then the next one, until it gets to your factory. So I think mine's had, what, 3 or 4 factories before it? So yeah, grab one from one of those earlier ones, and it might be a better option rather than having to wait. Oh, there we go. Right, why? Oh, this is another thing I keep forgetting as well. You got to disconnect back here. I'm not quite over the trigger. Oh, there we go. Yeah, because I know with mine it literally went over straight away. By the time I came over, it had already been transferred over, because it's not really distributing, it's an actual extra trigger. So the way these factories are all set up in 19 is no matter where the factory is located, it'll have an extra input trigger located at a specific power company. So it's, yeah. So it's literally exactly the same trigger as this one right here, this over there. The only difference is it's just a little bit further out from the actual production. Yeah. So if you're not getting power straight into your factory, then there's, yeah, something else going on there. It should have literally gone in straight away. And also make sure that it's going into the correct bay as well. Oh. Because obviously each of those bays inside each of the power companies is for a different factory, so yeah. Just make sure which one it goes into is the correct one. But yeah, this actually, where is it? G, that there. So that little pallet that and also depending on the size of the pallet, yeah, that's another thing as well. It takes time for the coal modules to make. Well, in all honesty, I don't think so. I don't know if we can see it here. Well, let's see. I've only, well, since buying this, it's only ran through one night, and I had enough for the flower factory to gain 4,500 liters. So slow, but it will get there. But that's only going through the night, basically one night since I've been back on here. But yes. And also make sure that none of them are set to selling as well. Because also that's another thing, if you're producing too much power, you can also set it to sell. Slow takes time, yeah. Obviously the other thing as well is depending on how many of those modules you've got down. You could look into maybe adding another one or two, or even upgrading to the diesel ones. Maybe add a diesel one in there as well, because that will really put out some power. That's for sure. But yeah, starting off, it does take a little bit of time, but I would love for this to the power on here to be transferred over to maybe 25. It could be done. You could actually set up a factory to take power from a specific power company in the same way it's done now. The only thing you'd have to do is maybe rename it when it's being distributed. So for example, the output product created could be Southern Electric or Duke Electric, and then on the input for the factories have it set to Duke Electric, Southern Electric, whichever one you want to take it from, whichever factory. So yeah, there is ways of doing it, I'm thinking. And obviously that could be set up for placeables and pre-placed factories. Oh, I really need to get some resin out of here because that is getting quite full. But let's go grab my tanker. We'll get some. I'll go get some diesel put into the flour factory there, and hopefully that'll get up and running. It is over by Shell, so that's fine. But yeah, oh, I'm debating now, having a look at this tanker in 19 to see if we can get it set up with the new one for 25. Well, turn you silly thing. Yes, I crashed. Crash. Okay, around this side here, wasn't it? Yes. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, there it is. I had it there. There we go. Now, how much did that need? I keep going there. Open that. So 20,000 litres of... Oh, wow, that's bad actually. 20,000 litres, okay. So I don't want it to fill too much. There, do. 18,000, that's fine. Yes, the grape orchards are on the map. They're hectare. Let me... So they are actually over here, the vineyards, right there. Now, with this, what you need to do is add in fertilizer, lime, herbicide, compost. That's your input products to this. I think I'm pretty sure it's in the trigger right there, or there. Actually, there I should say. Once all the products that are in there, they'll then start producing the different grapes, and obviously blueberries as well as black currants. Obviously, the pallets will show here as a visual. You can spawn them out in the front and then pick them up here. But yeah, it's just really this little area that is workable. But there is obviously these lovely visuals all the way along there for your grapes and that. But yes. Uh-oh. Hello. Yes, I will be off in a minute, dear. I just got to get this truck to its destination quickly. You're going to load up and play tonight? Nice. Yes. I'm going to get this over to the flower factory and then we're going to call it there for today. Do you think it would be hard or impossible to convert your model factory to 19? It's not going to be impossible, but it may. I don't know how it would actually go, to be honest. I've never really reversed a conversion, I suppose. You could give it a try, obviously link it to the base game shaders. Obviously back in 19 we didn't have glow shaders, so things like your lights would need to go on to emissives and stuff like different ones. So yeah, you could give it a try. You never know, obviously textures are in there. It might work. The only difference is you would have to learn how to do global company productions, because back in that FS19 we didn't have Groovy Little Giants production setup. And in all honesty, I've never done anything with global company. I've looked at the XMLs when Mr. Dave did them all for this map, and yeah, it's a little, seems a lot more tricky, shall we say. I think FS22 and FS19 productions, the way it's set up in the XML is so simple, it really is. But yeah, you can always give it a try, you never know. Take it back to whatever version number it is for 19, throw it in the game and see what it says. Yeah, FS22 was definitely a fun one because obviously I had to go through, learn how to convert the factories, to take them from 19 to 22. Obviously 25 had to figure out how to do like all the collisions because that changed a little bit. Triggers changed, so yeah, it's definitely been a learning experience, should we say, over the last couple of years. Right, fuel goes into here. There we go. And hopefully I should at least have one product ready to rock and roll. So that is turned off. We need to click that to start. Okay, we've got a little bit of power to keep it going for the minute. I'll keep an eye on that. But there you go, 200 litres per hour. So yep, it is up and running. Nice, 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 nice. Now, with that being said, Crywise, how you doing, buddy? You catch me on my day where I'm actually ending early. Yes. Dang you to heck. I'm sure the productions will need to be checked. Oh yes, that is for definite. There we go. You could technically make it a buildable as well, Team Miller, if you want to go that far. I watched your video on PV County today 4 years ago. Oh blimey. Oh yes, I've got yeah, just a reminder for those guys who are coming back to PV County and you're unsure. Obviously I do have two playthroughs saved on on my YouTube channel. You're more than welcome to watch them again. Obviously I've got one from my original save game, and then it was actually the start of this save game. So I do cover a fair bit, I think, in those streams, and answer a lot of questions. Probably a lot more than what I've done in the last week, that's for sure. So yeah, it might be worth checking some of them out along the way. Now, one thing I will say is, as well, for my YouTube, obviously by the end of this year I would love to get to, or at least get my YouTube partner status sorted out over there. I currently need 2 or 3 more subscriptions over there. So if you're not following me, please go over to Billy Alpaca 78 on YouTube and find me there. Obviously, you can get the link through my Trello or below the Twitch stream. Be much appreciated. I also need about 250 watch hours from you guys. But obviously, doing these live streams is definitely helping out a lot. But yeah, if you do have any questions, maybe check out some of them. If you do have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask me. Obviously, Mr. T Miller, he is social streaming the map at the minute, so he can answer a lot of questions. And yeah, obviously we've got Discord, Facebook. You can even just send me a message on Discord if you wanted to, or through Twitch, and I'll try and answer it. But for now, we are actually going to call it there. Unfortunately, I do need to jump off. I have a few things to do. Joys of being a carer. How you doing there, Farmer Marks over on YouTube, by the way? Let me get over to the ending screen. And I did see somebody go live a little while ago. I'm hoping they're still live because I was going to raid over to them. It's kind of the person I usually raid over to on a Friday. Um, yes, he is still live. He's kind of just frozen for the minute. I'm not sure if he's been lurking or not, but he was the actual map creator, the one I'm currently playing on at the minute. But yes, we're going to go over and rate him. He is live. So yeah, it is Mr. Dajnet. He is playing 7 Days to Die, so bear that one in mind. If you don't like zombies and stuff like that, you may want to go find someone else to watch. But for you guys over on YouTube, thank you very much for tuning in. Much, much appreciated. And I like those little crowns with the numbers on. That's kind of cool. But yeah, for you guys, thank you very much. I will be back on Monday, carrying on from today. No idea what fields or what I'll be doing, but yeah, you never know. But till then, have a great